Hi guys, I hope you're all well. Today is Thursday the 4th of January 2018 and welcome to another day on our adventure in Australia.
Stuart is checking all our bags in at the airport. Away they go and we're off to Adelaide today.
Now, as you saw in yesterday's video, it was our last full day in Sydney. As you can see, we're starting off this video by starting off the day in Sydney Airport. By looking out of our aeroplane window, you can see it's a bit of a damp, miserable day in Sydney today, but I'm sure the weather will soon change and the sun will come out once we rise above the clouds. We have a late morning flight to take us to the South Australian capital, Adelaide. This flight to Adelaide is actually relatively short. It's just over 2 hours, 2 hours 5 minutes, 2 hours 10 minutes, and that means before we know it, we are actually landing in Adelaide, and I'm going to let you experience that whole thing in the next minute or two. So sit back and enjoy our descent into the capital of South Australia. The one thing you'll notice straight away between Sydney and Adelaide is the weather is a lot sunnier and it's certainly a lot warmer. But anyway, we've got to make our way over to collect our luggage. One thing that you might find interesting is that even though we're doing an inter-county, interstate flight, you still have to put any fruit or vegetables that you're carrying on your person into a quarantine bin. Now, I thought this was only for international flights, not internal flights, but I guess I'm wrong. We do actually have an apple in our bag, so we are going to have to put the apple into the quarantine bin. It was time for us to make our way over to the vehicle that was waiting for us to take us round to our hotel. The hotel that we were stopping at was called the Playford Adelaide, and the car journey took approximately 20 minutes. So you know what that means? Since we've arrived in a new city, at a new hotel, that means there's a whole new room tour right ahead of us. So between me and my mum, we're just going to give you a bit of a room tour, and you'll notice that I have got a little bit of a bunged nose. It always seems to happen whenever I travel on a flight with the air conditioning.
Do you want that bed in your window for a change?
Can do.
Wow. I like. We've got a balcony.
No.
We've got windows on. And we've got quiet aircon. Drawers, ironing board.
Very nice.
Oh, I like this is my cup of tea.
After we'd settled down and had 20 minutes of rest, we decided to go and explore the local area within the vicinity of our hotel. We really didn't want to do much because it was late on in the day, so we're really just trying to find somewhere to eat and just relax, which we didn't bother filming, and then make our way back to the room so we can have an early night. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell, which has mainly just been traveling all day today. So I am therefore going to roll into the next day, which of course it's now Friday, the 5th of January 2018. And yes, we're now in Adelaide. The first full day in Adelaide. As you can see, it's a very bright sunny day today in Adelaide. It's extremely warm because we are doing quite a bit of walking today. We're going to be walking through the streets of Adelaide, making our way over actually to the centre of the city so we can get on a tram and make our way over to Glenelg, which is a beachside suburb of Adelaide. So we've heard some good things about this local area and we want to experience it for ourselves. The tram journey only takes approximately 30 minutes. So once we get off the tram at Glenelg, Mosley Square, it's now just time to just do the typical touristy thing and have a good old walkabout. Now the time is thereabouts lunchtime. It's between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We do want to start off our time here by making our way over towards the beach, and in particular is walk along the pier or the jetty and basically just taking in all the sights. When walking up and down the jetty, you can see a couple of people fishing, and they've even got fish measuring guidelines. So if you do catch anything and it's within the certain sizes or under the certain size, you've got to put them back into the sea. Catch and release. Otherwise you could face quite a hefty fine. Anyway, but we were getting hungry and thirsty, so we did have something to eat. Again, just sitting back, relaxing, watching the world go by, and we continued on our walk along the seafront towards the Holdfast Shores Marina and the Glenelg Wharf. Today is just about relaxing and enjoying a good walk, knowing that we don't have to be back or do something for a certain time. So yeah, whilst we were up by the marina, we also popped into a bar and sat down and had a nice cold drink whilst looking across the beach towards the ocean. After we'd finished our drink, it was actually time to make our way back towards the tram, because it was about 5:15 in the evening. We had another 30-minute tram journey to get us back into the centre of Adelaide, and then make our way walking back towards our hotel. But of course, we had to do a quick stop off at a local supermarket so we could get some knickknacks for our hotel room fridge. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed these last 2 days put into one video. I didn't want to split them out because I thought it would be just a bit boring just showing only a video purely of traveling. So that's why I've combined both days together. But as always, I am going to finish off the video by looking back at a few memories of the last 24 hours, mainly of our time walking up and down the beach. So you enjoy these next few photographs, and as you know by now, I am releasing videos on a daily basis of our holiday adventure. So if you don't want to miss out on any future videos, by all means hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.